This message is for Tru. I've been following you and Carbonation for some years now. And although I disagree with a lot that I see and hear, I can respect a lot of it as well. I'm not biased like that, and I don't think anybody's all bad. And I try to find the redeeming qualities in anything. So I understand why you went to Carbonation, but I don't understand why you continue to stay. What inspired me to really speak on this is looking at Tru's Instagram. He's always had pictures up of him and Sheba and the baby, but now it's nothing but you and him. I've never seen that. All the times they've broken up and made up, break up to make up, rinse and repeat, all that, he's never done that before. So something happened significant that made him erase that whole part of himself from Instagram, which we know is a very powerful and important tool of expression for y'all. So that's a powerful statement, and it breaks my heart to see that. Like, what's going on with that? Man, it's absolutely my business, because when you live your life in public, your business becomes everybody's business. You can't cherry pick what you want people to speak on and what you don't want to. What I'm speaking on is based on my observations and statements that y'all have made from your own mouth. You got the knowledge, you teach the knowledge. So why can't you take the knowledge and apply it in your own way, like others have? How long do you need to stay up under Babaji? And that's no disrespect to Babaji, but I honestly need to know, like, how long do people need to stay in order to get the teachings and then start building and apply the knowledge? Tron just left, and he's claiming that he still rocks with the knowledge, but it was just time for him to go. Like, he's gotten everything he can get, and he's done everything he can do with the group. I can respect that. I really am speaking on behalf of Jaomi, your son with Sheba. Anybody can look at that baby and see that he's yours, and that you love him and he loves you and his mom. And he's such a cool, content baby. I watch him, how he interacts with baby Eliana and the others, and he's not wild like that. He's just even-tempered and chill. So you're doing something right. And my question and concern is, how is he adjusting to this new family arrangement? Because once you have kids, it's no longer about you. And this is what I came talking to you about the first time. I wanted to know, what type of world did you want to leave behind for Jaomi? you specifically said that you want a world that is based in knowledge of self and not about who's the biggest, the best, and who can fight the best. You said that. You'll see if you keep watching. And all of the other babies that were born in carbonation, except baby Eliana, their parents have left, and I think it would be in your best interest to get your son and go back home, because whether you have been dealing with your family or not, apparently they still love you. And from what you told me, I believe they would welcome you and him with open arms. A black family that's sending you money and you not even fucking with them, and they didn't even do anything to you. In a perfect world, you and Sheba would have got married, left the camp, and started building on your own somewhere. Just like Serenity and Rambo are Flow and Vibes. But, I mean, Musa wouldn't leave with Tori, but Tori still got her baby out of there. And that baby's doing well. And Tori's doing well. And I think, brother, you're gonna have to do this on your own as well, because Sheba's not gonna leave. Maybe Sheba will end up with Musa, but I mean, think about Ja. This isn't what y'all had in mind. I know it. And go watch documentaries or testimonials from people that have grown up in cults or alternative groups, whatever you want to call it. None of them have anything good to say, and a lot of them are severely damaged. I don't want to get too dark, but just think about Ja. He didn't ask for none of this. And as far as you, Nature Boy, Chief, Babaji, we just had a slight convo the other day, and I was very respectful to you. I don't hate you. This isn't a bash Nature Boy session, but you know deep down in your heart that what I'm saying is right, and this isn't the best setup for Jaumi. You're talking about building dynasties, but when a powerful man takes on a wife that has previous children, he adopts those children and gives them his name. So how is that gonna work if y'all want baby Eliana and baby Jaumi to grow up together and get married? Y'all dead ass said they're in a prearranged marriage, but now they're step siblings. That's not gonna work. And are you really trying to be a stepfather to Jaumi? Do you want Tru to be a stepfather to baby Eliana? Like, y'all don't have to never speak again or anything like that, but I mean, let Tru go out and spread his wings and do what's best for him and his family, specifically his son. But Baji, you said yourself that everybody who left you but still talks about you, is still fucking with you. And I believe that. So Tru's going to still be rocking with you. Because first of all, Tru gives all or nothing to anything he does. He's loyal to a fault. And he gets things done. I'm sure that's why you made him a captain. Or whatever you want to call it. Like next in command in carbonation. So think about the kids, man.
Go ahead and get that going. Peace, God. See you, Haru. What's going on, Cheryl? Oh, no, I ain't going no church. I don't go to church. I don't go to no church. A tomb of mortal mystery. This church right here, Peace, Chief. I see you. So, I was going to do an IGTV, but I need a lot more than 15 minutes to talk about what I want to talk about. One of the things I realized that makes a leader effective is his ability to relate and connect with people. And although I do have knowledge of self, I also want to put myself out there and who I am. You know what I'm saying? I want people to know that, you know, Tru is a regular dude who just so happens to have been given knowledge of self from the most honorable prophet Eliyahu the Christ, and that you, right where you are, can take knowledge of self, apply it to your life, and get to where I'm at. So, I'm from Butler, Georgia. You might not know where that's at. You can look online and find it. I'm a country boy. I come from the country. And I think it was like 68 people I graduated with, and these were the same people that I went to kindergarten with. So I grew up in an area where everybody knew everybody. You know, it wasn't nothing for us to walk around barefooted. I remember seeing my Babylon grandpops, you know, go out, catch fish, him along with my uncles and, you know, my cousins and stuff, catch fish, bring it back, clean it. I remember seeing my Babylon grandpops catch rabbits. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact, Chief. I see you. That's a fact. Catching rabbits, catching squirrels, and I just had I feel like I had a deeper connection to nature even prior to me finding the most honorable prophet Eliyahu the Christ and finding knowledge of self. So along with that, I also was raised militant, very ordered and structured. My Babylon pops was in the military. He was an Aquarius. My Babylon mom, I believe, got a lot of her techniques and strategies that she used for me from my Babylon pops. My Babylon mom was a Leo. And I remember Monday through Friday, I couldn't play the video game. I had to take it down at 8:30. I had to wash my own dishes. I had to clean up my room. I could only play video games on the weekends. A lot of my privileges and things were contingent upon how well I did in school. So call in if you want to ask questions, because I ain't gonna be able to catch all the questions. So a lot of my focus, a lot of my success in my mind was going to be contingent upon how well I did in school. So I did a little basketball, a little track in school, but over athletics, my primary focus was academics. So I was really engulfed in the Babylonian system from the perspective that if I did well in school, then I'm going to do well in life. That's what I was under the impression of, right? And so I did really good in school. I mean, I'm talking about from kindergarten up until to the day I graduated. But in between that, say about 2004, my Babylon mom transitioned, and I watched the whole thing. I was about 15. I think I was 15 years old when this happened. She started having like a seizure in church, just in the middle of church. She started like seizing, seizing up. And I remember they called the ambulance, and we had to take her and meet her. Had to meet the ambulance, right? And I remember she was in the car, and I was in the back seat, and she was in the passenger seat. And I remember she was like gargling, like she couldn't process, you know what I'm saying, what was being said to her. We were trying to ask her, was she all right? And I remember she was just she was trying to talk, but couldn't no words come out. It was the craziest. It was probably one of the craziest experiences I ever had in my life. And I remember we had to follow the ambulance behind, and we had to follow the ambulance on the way to Thomaston, Georgia, at the hospital. And come to find out that she had a brain aneurysm. At the time, I didn't know what might have caused that, but now I can tell that it had something to do with the way she ate. And she was working sometimes 12-hour shifts. I'm sure she was underneath a lot of stress based upon what I know about Babylon now. And what that experience really taught me was that don't nobody owe me nothing in life. And that you have to be flexible and be able to have the drive to keep going no matter what. Because I was in a position I'm about to let you in. I was under the impression that when somebody died, that people are supposed to give you some type of sympathy, that somebody's supposed to take it easy on you. But what I learned from that experience is that I'm responsible for my life. I'm responsible for what happens in my life, no matter what it is, no matter how much I want to be like, oh, poor me. Y'all take it easy on me. Hold on, I'm gonna finish the story. You gonna sit here while I finish the story?
Sure.
All right, so I thought people was gonna take it easy on me, right? And they did. People did take it easy on me. I remember, but what broke it up, right? What broke it up for me was I used to carry myself around in school. When I came back to school that following year, I used to carry myself around like, look at me. I'm the kid that, whose mother died. Y'all take it easy on me. Nobody picked on me. Everybody was being really nice to me, and I was soaking it up until one day, right out of nowhere, I was walking. I had the sad face on, poor me, and this chick said something to me, and I ignored her, right? Because I wanted to be all sad and shit. And she said, well, fuck you then. I was like, oh, wait. You can't talk to me like that. I'm the dude whose mother just passed away. But in that moment, I was like, yo, I don't get to treat people any kind of way just because I want to be miserable and sad. I said, nobody deserves that. Nobody should be treated. I got you, Chief. Nobody should be treated that way because I don't want to raise my frequency. Nobody is obligated to meet me at my low level. So in that moment, I decided to get my shit together and let it go and move forward with my life, because either I could stay in that space and stay low, or I could take that energy. I got you, Chief. Or I could take that energy. And utilize it for something better. You know what I'm saying? You wanted to say something?
Yeah, I just had a few questions for you.
Yeah.
I'm from the East Atlanta area.
East Atlanta, for sure. Boulder Crest.
A little further, like more like Conyers.
Okay.
I grew up in Stone Mountain. I had a courier job where I drove through Central Georgia every night, and I passed through Fort Valley.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I was about to get to that too, because I went to that's why I went to college at. I went to college at Fort Valley State from 2007 2008 time frame.
Okay. What did you study?
I studied at first I came in undecided, but then I went and I chose mass communication. I did really good first semester. I remember like I got 4 A's and 2 B's first semester straight out of high school. I took 6 classes, but in that process, because like I said, my Babylon mom transition really took my life in a different direction. It removed somebody who was constantly on me. My Babylon mom made sure I was in line. She made sure. So when she transitioned, I had to adopt that discipline for myself. But I struggled because when she transitioned, I started being able to get out in Babylon a little bit more. I smoked my first Black and Mild right after she transitioned. I drunk my first bill right after she transitioned. I basically just started getting involved with a lot of suppressants, because that's what alcohol and smoking and doing drugs is all about, suppressing feelings that you don't want to deal with. True. And I got caught up in that. I got caught up with a bunch of other hurt people who was doing the same thing, and we was trying to make it cool. And before you know it, I didn't want to go to class no more. I started second guessing, the academics. It was the first time I got arrested when I was 18, theft by shoplifting from Walmart. I had to do community service for that. I had to pay $500 fine. I was on probation for like 6 months. It was just a big spiral downwards, and I seen how disappointed, like, my Babylon family was terribly disappointed. The people who knew me were terribly disappointed, and I didn't want to admit that I was still hurt from that experience. I tried to basically say, I'm a man, I'm grown, I can do what I want to do, y'all can't tell me nothing. But what I really was doing was running from myself and using the other avenues that Babylon has to offer to deal with it. And I was in Fort Valley State for about, like I said, 2007, 2008 for a year. I decided to quit that. And when I quit, because, like I said, my Babylon family is big on academics, because I quit college, nobody was fucking with me. Nobody was fucking with me. I thought everybody was going to be fucking with me, you know what I'm saying? Because we family. I thought no matter what, you know what I'm saying, we supposed to be fucking with each other. But once I told them I quit college, nobody was fucking with me. And I ended up having to go stay with my Babylon homeboy. Shout out to Renzo. I stayed with him for about 2 months, and we were supposed to go to the military together. Because, like I said, my Babylon pops, he was in the military. All 3 of my Babylon uncles on my Babylon mom's side was in the military. My Babylon grandfather was in the military. So it was like naturally that avenue of success in my mind popped up quickly. So I was like, okay, I'm not working a 9 to 5, because I tried that when I was 15. I tried working a job when I was 15, and I was like, just being there. I don't know if anybody else on the live experienced this, but it's like being at a 9 to 5. I'm like, I'm meant for more than this.
I can relate.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not. No, I was a stock boy, a bag boy for Piggly Wiggly, and as I'm lining up boxes, I'm taking stuff out of boxes. I'm going to the back room. I'm going to the freezer, and I'm looking at myself and what I'm doing and how it compares to who I think I am. I said that I wanted to be a heart surgeon in kindergarten. This is what type of subconscious programming I had when I was in Babylon, as far as what my Babylon mother did for me. I wanted to be a heart surgeon. in kindergarten. Here I am, 16, 15. I'm like, nah, I've had high standards. I was trained to have high standards, even though it was in Babylon. The concept of doing the best you can. If you're going to do something, do it the best you can. That's how I've always been. It's like if I can't do 100%, I don't want to do it. And I can't give 100% at a 9 to 5. I can't do it. I can't give 100% putting milk up. I can't give 100% checking produce and looking at the labels. I can't do that. And so, and with that, I said, well, I can't work a 9 to 5. I don't like college no more. Military. Let's go. Went up there to the to Warner Robins Mall, House and County. Went up there, not doing the Marines. I heard y'all niggas crazy.
Yeah.
Not doing the Navy. I don't like water like that. I ain't about to be on no boat. I can't swim like that. I ain't doing that. Not doing. I tried to do the Air Force. They wasn't never there. So naturally, the universe like literally forced me to go to the Army. The universe like, you going to the Army. You going to the Army. The niggas gave me $20,000 for 2 years. And this was 2009 time frame. All right, what y'all need me to do? Where I'm going? Get up in the military, go to basic training. What year? Where I went? Fort Jackson. 25 Lincoln. Cable Dog. Went to AIT. Fort Gordon, Georgia, Augusta, Georgia. Right after that, send me to Korea. 2009, 2010, I'm in Korea. 2010 to 2014, I'm back in Georgia, in Augusta, right? 2012, I get really involved in conspiracy theory. Finding out about 9/11 is fake and all of this stuff, right, made me second guess what I was doing. And no matter what I did, the money was never the driving force. When I do stuff, it has to have meaning behind it. Otherwise, I can't do it. It don't matter how much you're paying me. So 2012, I woke up, and me, I'm willing to die. Like I'm willing to die for what I stand for, what I believe in. I'm willing to die. So once I realized that I was a part of an organization that goes around killing people for natural resources, I said I can't do this no more, and I'm not about to go through y'all paperwork processing system to get out. So what I do, I'm in Augusta, Georgia. That's about 3.5 hours away from where I'm from. I bet. And one thing I hate about people, I hate people who complain and then keep showing up to the thing that they complain about. Keep giving their energy to the thing that they complain about. So I said, okay, bet. Y'all ain't gonna see me up here on Monday. I went AWOL. Dip. I got him. I had a 1989 Caprice Classic, box Chevy. I put my bags in the box Chevy. Took my phone, took my wallet, left all my uniform, left all my equipment. I drove to the house, and I stayed gone from the military about 2 months. About 2 months before they ended up calling the military police. Military police came and got me, and they brought me back. They brought me back to Augusta. And the thing was, right, I thought I was supposed to go to jail because according to what I was told, if you go AWOL in a time of war, that's punishable by death. It's like an act of treason. You see I ain't dead.
Right.
They didn't kill me, and I'm not in jail. So I ended up losing my rank. Lost my rank, got demoted, lost couple of funds from a paycheck, ended up getting sucked right back into the military. Sucked right back into the military for another 4 years.
They took you back?
Yeah, they took me back. The only thing I had to do, I got dropped down 2 ranks. I got busted down 2 ranks because I was an E4 on my way to getting promoted to sergeant. I was getting promoted fast. I got promoted in basic training. Like I said, everything I do, I want to do it to the best of my ability. Otherwise, I'm not gonna do it at all. It's just a waste of time. So I was fast tracking. Boom, 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 boom. When they brought me back, because of my character, they decided to give me another chance. They just took my rank. They had to make an example out of me of don't do what he did. So they took my rank, took my money, put me on extra duty restriction for 45 days, which is about a month and a half, and I was back in. I got deployed. I got my rank back. I got my money back. I got my status back, and I was back in the military. I was back in the game. I back in the Babylonian system, trying to do my finances and already planning to retire. I had recommitted to the military.
Mm-hmm.
But then it only lasted for another 4 years. And I started getting involved in like Pan-Africanism. Started getting involved in Black-owned businesses. I started getting back into that. And I was like, well, I can't do the military. I can't do it because, one, I'm settling. It's comfortable to be in the military. They pay you. You don't have to pay for housing. You don't have to pay for water. You don't have to pay for electricity. You don't have to pay for travel. The military take care of everything. And a lot of people are settling for the military because it's easy. They're not looking at the moral issues. They're not looking at what they represent, what the organization represents. And I couldn't do it. I did it for a little bit, but eventually it caught back up to me, and I was like, what am I doing with my life? I don't care nothing about this flag. I don't care nothing about this flute. I don't care nothing about these ribbons. I don't, bro. I don't want to do this. So in the process, I was about to be a Pan-Africanist. I was looking up Malcolm X, Dr. Umar, Marcus Garvey. I thought that was the way. But I started finding holes in all of the teachers. Literally, I went through the internet. Dick Gregory, Dr. Umar, Brother Polite, Young Pharaoh, Young Thug, Gucci Mane, anybody I could find that was teaching something.
David Banner?
Huh?
David Banner?
David Banner. Everybody, and every time I had an intellectual conversation with somebody, they would show me somebody that I had already been like, no, that nigga is not that smart. I was finding holes in everything. As I literally knocked down every single teacher, knocked them down. Chief pop up. Master teacher drops never before her information. Okay. Master teacher drops never before her information. Now, I've been on the internet for months. Like, I wasn't going out no more. I wasn't socializing with people. I was strictly knowledge searching. And this video just pops up out of nowhere. Never seen the face before. Never like had a hint of it. The first time the video popped up is the first time I watched it. Master teacher drops never before her information. Now I'm thinking that this is maybe some Jamaican guy or some guy from the Caribbeans or something, okay, classic Rastafarian or something like that. But then it's a New York accent. He got tattoos. He's in the jungle. And it's never before her information. I'm like, well, what type of information could you possibly have that I'd never heard? Because I done pretty much went through everything. After I watched that video, it was over. I already knew that this was it. I may not have had all of the logical evidence intuitively, just based upon what was said. I had to have the utmost respect because the video was accurate. What was being said in the video was something I've never heard before. It was something that took my mind to a space that no other teacher had done before. And that day, I was on a mission to get to where he was at.
What about where he was at that time sold you?
So for one, I never seen anything like Costa Rica before. On top of a mountain, all green. The sun is beaming. But it's not just the sun. I was given the understanding that the sun is your mind, that you're being projected from the sun, that we're all pieces of the sun subjectively experiencing itself. Nobody's saying that. Nobody's saying that. Nobody's teaching that.
What would you like your legacy to be?
My legacy is going to be the same legacy as one of the disciples of Jesus. That's my legacy. That's what it's going to be.
Okay.
I'm going to be remembered as one of the people who not only gained the knowledge of the most honorable prophet Eliyahu the Christ, but a person who chose to walk with the Messiah. And I'm not just a talker. I'm a walker. I'm a doer. I'm out here living it. That's what I'm going to be remembered for. And that's enough. A lot of people will fail to get this acknowledgement because they are so stuck in their pride that they feel like it's something shameful or lesser than to be remembered as a disciple.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't make any sense. Like look at the disciples of Jesus. Look at them. Is there any shame for them walking with the Christ? Is there any shame with them going out and teaching the message of the Christ? Absolutely not. But you have people now who are so caught up in pride and in their lower self-ego that they don't even want to be a disciple. They rather go down in history or not even be remembered. They're not even going to be remembered. Nobody's going to remember these people who hated, who hated Chief. Do you know anybody who hated on Jesus?
Not really, no.
You know what I'm saying?
What type of world do you want to leave behind for Ja as a new father?
What type of world do I want to leave behind with Ja? I want to have a world that's based in knowledge of self. A world that is not based in the 7 deadly sins as we see today. I want Ja to have a world where everyone knows that everyone is God. To treat each other as if you're a reflection of each other, based in morals and principles, not a society or a world based in who can make the most money or who can entertain the best or who can fight the best or who can dress the best. None of that. I want your value to be based upon how you're viewed in society, how good of a person you are, how good you are to proclaim the kingdom of God. These are the things I want. This is the type of world I want to leave behind.
Awesome.
But then again, there won't be any world left behind because I'm the only thing in existence. And when I stop observing this, it will be nothing.
Where do you personally stand on polygamy?
Polygamy is dope. Polygamy is the only way to satisfy the male's nature and the woman's nature. Monogamy is a strategy for population control. That's what it is. And it forces the male to suppress his nature for society's sake. You know what I'm saying? And truthfully, there is no monogamy anyway. The only thing we see now is a lower self form of polygamy. It's a lower self form of polygamy where you have to lie rather than be honest. You have to sneak rather than be open. That's the only thing. You have to have your women in 2 different houses rather than in the same house. They can't know about each other rather than being sisters. It's all polygamy. It's just a lower self version. That's it.
Okay. And are you in communication with any of your Babylon family?
Yeah. Yeah, I utilize them for what I can utilize them for. You know what I'm saying? They're not um I wouldn't say that they bad people or evil people. They just misguided. They don't know no better. They're products of the system, you know. And
Hmm.
initially I did go to the extreme and I cut them off. Nobody made me do it. I chose to do that because the frequency I was on and the path I was on was not in alignment with what they wanted me to do. So I had to eliminate distractions. When you focus, you have to eliminate distractions. Now I'm in a space where I feel like they don't even want to waste their time trying to tell me what I should do because they clearly see that I'm gonna do what I want to do. So I utilize them for resources and assistance, and that's the farthest it goes because it's a business relationship. That I don't there's no coming home for the holidays and
Hmm.
just chit chatting just to be chit chatting because we ain't got nothing to talk about.
And not to
Hey,
say,
hey, I need you to do this for me. Can you
yeah.
do it? Appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no,
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying? It ain't no, no chit chat, wasting time. Hey, I need this. Okay, appreciate it. I love myself. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Um, I'm sure they're beautiful people, but
Yeah,
like you
they
say,
beautiful people. They just misguided. They
they're
don't,
misguided.
they don't know no better. They're operating on old software, and it's hard for them to to break out of that because they're trying to beat the system while being in the system, which you can't do that. You
What do
can't.
you see as their most detrimental behaviors? Eating meat, 9 to 5, materialism.
Their most detrimental behavior is a combination of things: genetically modified food, watching television, not connecting to the earth, wearing shoes, smoking cigarettes, smoking weed, drinking alcohol. It's everything that's based in the seven deadly sins. It's everything that's based in what we consider to be the American culture. It's a host of things. I can't say that it's just one. It's a combination of things.
Okay. Well, thanks for your time.
Hey, I appreciate you calling in though. There's some dope questions you asked.
Thank you.
All right, peace to the gods. I love myself.
I love myself.